Mizzou's Sammy Fagan sports one of the sweetest swings in the country. The senior shortstop has had plenty of practice. They start softball training early in the Fagan house.
I remember getting my first bat. It was a Rocket Tech. In our backyard, we lived with like hundreds of pine trees in our backyard. And I remember my dad was like, if you want this bat, you have to pick up every single pine cone in the backyard before you get it. I remember sleeping with it like the first few months I had it.
A love of the game was born, one that infected the entire family. 3 Fagan sisters have played SEC softball. Sammy at Mizzou, older sister Casey at Arkansas, who's now a coach alongside younger sister Haley at Auburn, splitting the family allegiances across the Southeastern Conference.
If my mom would wear Arkansas one day, my dad would wear Missouri one day, or vice versa, or someone would wear Auburn, we would always be like, you're wearing Arkansas tomorrow, or you're wearing Missouri tomorrow.
They're always so good. They've been playing softball their entire life, and the fact that we have Sammy on our team just way, way better than having to play against her.
But how is it that one family produces 3 stars in the toughest softball conference in America? Well, believe it or not, it all actually started years ago on a football field.
Kevin Fagan.
To 49er fans in the 80s, he was 2-time Super Bowl champion Kevin Fagan. To Casey, Sammy, Haley, and their 3 siblings, he's Dad.
My dad, when he retired from the NFL, he was like looking for something where he could still compete.
He grew up in a family with only boys, and whenever my mom popped us 3 out, he was kind of panicking, didn't know what sport we were going to play.
The girls chose softball, and Kevin set out to be the best coach he could be for his daughters, at the same time scratching that post-NFL competitive itch.
We were in high school and we won the state championship, and I remember him talking to reporters saying that that was like the same feeling he had like when he won the Super Bowl.
But athletic ability isn't the only thing Kevin passed down to his daughters. Competitiveness permeates the entire family, which is hard to turn off even when the sisters see each other in the opposing dugout.
I don't like it. I don't like it because like my sisters are really good and I want to win, but it's weird because I want them to do well.
I mean, I want my sisters to do awesome. If they go 4 for 4 with 4 home runs, then I'm going to be so happy for them as long as we win.
And don't expect a debate on who's best.
We're all good and we're all given different gifts. So we love each other as family and we want to keep it that way, so we don't really compare ourselves like that.
As for who the hardest worker is, well, that's easy. Sammy always sets the tone.
She's probably the hardest worker I know. She's super dedicated.
And I think me and Haley can both say this because as we were like growing up, practicing and stuff, Sammy would always be the one who wanted extra or wanted to do more.
The Fagan sisters have always just been that way. Years ago, Sammy would slip on her father's giant Super Bowl rings and ask a simple question that sums up the whole family pretty well.
Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be the best in my sport. I always would ask my dad, I'd be like, Dad, I don't get why people would want to play a sport and not be the best. Like, how could they not want to be the best that they can be at it? It's like, I don't know, kid. I don't know.